Welcome to my channel, Super Rare Coins. Today is best top 2 coins. Please don't skip this video. So let's get it started. The 1955 halfpenny coin of the United Kingdom featuring the youthful effigy of Queen Elizabeth II is a historically significant, a piece of British pre-decimal coinage that bridges the end of the British Empire with the early reign of the nation's longest-serving monarch. Minted just 2 years after Elizabeth II ascended the throne in 1953, this coin is part of the first portrait series of her reign, symbolizing a new era of monarchy and modernity. Following the post-war years, the obverse front of the 1955 halfpenny bears the first official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II created by sculptor Mary Gillick and shows the Queen facing right, crowned with a laurel wreath instead of a royal diadem, a classical choice that emphasized youth and dignity rather than regality. The inscription reads, Elizabeth II Grab Brit Am Regina FD, abbreviated Latin, for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen of all the Britons, defender of the faith. This phrase not only reflects her constitutional and religious roles, but also highlights the still global nature of the British Commonwealth. In the mid-20th century, Gillick's portrait was used on UK and many Commonwealth coins until it was replaced in 1968, and it remains highly respected for its elegant and non-monarchical aesthetic, making the 1955 coin a sought-after piece of early Elizabethan numismatics. The reverse of the 1955 halfpenny features a beautifully detailed depiction of the Golden Hind, the famous galleon of Sir Francis Drake, one of England's most legendary naval explorers. The ship is shown in full sail with the sea beneath, and fine rigging detail above encapsulating themes of exploration, seafaring, and Britain's rich maritime heritage. Designed by Thomas Humphrey Paget, a prominent royal mint engraver, the design had been used since 1937, originally under King George VI, and it remained on halfpennies until the denomination was withdrawn. The legend halfpenny arcs above the ship and the date 1955 is inscribed below. This design became one of the most beloved and recognizable reverse images on British coinage, symbolizing national pride and the adventurous spirit of Britain's naval past. The Golden Hind design's longevity, unchanged for decades, contributed to its strong identity in British currency and solidified its role as a collector favorite. In terms of specifications, the 1955 halfpenny is composed of traditional bronze, a mix of 95% copper, 3% tin, and 15% zinc, giving the coin a deep reddish-brown tone and substantial feel. It weighs 567 grams, measures 25.5 mm in diameter, and has a plain edge. The coin is non-magnetic due to its bronze alloy, and it carries a satisfying heft for such a small denomination. It was struck at the Royal Mint in London with a total mintage of approximately 59,975,000 coins, making it a common date for this series. Despite this high mintage, many of these coins have since been lost, melted, or heavily worn from circulation. As a result, well-preserved examples, especially those in extremely fine F or uncirculated UNC condition, are still of interest to numismatists from a collector's perspective. The 1955 halfpenny holds modest monetary value in worn circulated condition, typically around £10 to £0, 50 GBP. However, coins in mint state, especially with full original luster, sharp details, and no corrosion or handling marks, can fetch £2 to £5 GBP or more. Specimens from proof sets are brilliant. Uncirculated rolls are especially desirable. Additionally, collectors watch for rare error coins, though no major varieties are known for the 1955 issue. Potential errors such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or clipped planchettes can dramatically increase a coin's value if authenticated by a reputable grading service due to its iconic ship design and Queen Elizabeth's first portrait. This coin is often included in typesets, historical displays, and first-year portrait collections. The historical significance of the 1955 halfpenny lies in its place at the beginning of Queen Elizabeth II's reign and the final decades of the British pre-decimal coinage system, which was phased out in 1971 during decimalisation. The halfpenny D was originally worth 1/480th of a pound sterling, and although of low face value, it played a vital role in daily life, used in newspapers, sweets, bus fares, and other minor transactions. By the 1960s, inflation had eroded the coin's purchasing power, and it was ultimately demonetized in 1969. Just before the full transition to decimal coinage for modern collectors, the 1955 halfpenny is a nostalgic and beautifully crafted coin that reflects not only economic history but also the enduring symbolism of Britain's maritime pride and monarchical tradition. In conclusion, the 1955 halfpenny coin of Queen Elizabeth II is a historically rich and aesthetically elegant example of mid-20th century British coinage, with its youthful royal portrait, iconic Golden Hind, reverse traditional bronze composition, and cultural relevance. During a time of transition and global presence, it remains a timeless favorite among numismatists. Whether held for its beauty, its symbolism, or its connection to the early Elizabethan era, this coin stands as a proud piece of Britain's numismatic and national legacy. Next, the 1959 halfpenny coin of the United Kingdom bearing the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. represents a key piece of British pre-decimal coinage minted during a period of social and economic transformation in post-war Britain. This coin was issued at a time when the United Kingdom was transitioning from its imperial legacy into a modern welfare state, and Queen Elizabeth II was still in the early years of her reign, having been crowned in 1953. The obverse front of the coin features the first official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by artist and sculptor Mary Gillick, whose work was known for its classical elegance and youthful realism. In the portrait, the Queen is shown facing right, adorned with a laurel wreath in her hair, a symbol traditionally associated with victory, peace, and honor. The inscription reads, Elizabeth Tude Gratia Brit, Regina FD, which is abbreviated Latin for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen of all the Britons, defender of the faith. This form of inscription reflects Britain's constitutional and spiritual traditions, and its reference to all the Britons acknowledges both the UK and its then extensive Commonwealth connections. Gillick's portrait remained in use on coinage until 1968 and is celebrated for its soft regal appearance, devoid of a crown, portraying the Queen as youthful and accessible during the hopeful beginnings of her reign. The reverse back of the 1959 halfpenny showcases one of the most iconic and beloved coin designs in British history, the Golden Hind, the ship famously captained by Sir Francis Drake during his circumnavigation of the globe in the late 16th century. The detailed image of the ship at full sail with flowing rigging and stylized waves beneath it captures the essence of Britain's maritime power and adventurous spirit, qualities deeply ingrained in national identity. Designed by Thomas Humphrey Paget, the Golden Hind first appeared on the half penny in 1937 under King George VI and remained the reverse motif until the coin was withdrawn. The design is topped with the inscription halfpenny, and the date 1959 is displayed beneath the ship. This motif not only pays tribute to one of England's great seafaring heroes, but it also symbolized British resilience, exploration, and global influence at a time when the Empire was giving way to the Commonwealth. The technical specifications of the 1959 halfpenny are consistent with those of earlier pre-decimal issues. It was struck in bronze, a durable alloy of 95.5% copper, 3% tin, and 15% zinc, giving it a warm reddish-brown color and a non-magnetic quality. The coin weighs 567 grams, has a diameter of 25.5 millimeters, and a plain edge. These dimensions made the halfpenny noticeably smaller than other coins in circulation at the time, yet it remained an essential part of daily financial transactions, commonly used for small purchases like stamps, sweets, or bus fares. The Royal Mint struck 49600 halfpenny coins in 1959, making it a relatively common issue in circulation, though surviving examples in excellent condition are increasingly scarce due to handling, corrosion, and eventual demonetization. In the collector market, the 1959 halfpenny holds modest value in worn or circulated condition, generally worth £5 to £0. 25 GBP. However, specimens in brilliant uncirculated boo or proof-like condition, especially those with full luster and no signs of wear, may be valued at £1 to £5 GBP or more, depending on the sharpness of the strike and the presence of toning or patina-proof. Coins were not issued for circulation in 1959, but high-grade examples may be found in private collections or dealer stock. Additionally, collectors look for rare minting errors such as die cracks, off-center strikes, double dies, or clipped planchettes. While no major varieties are officially recorded for the 1959 issue, any unusual error, if authenticated by a third-party grading service, could command a premium from a historical and cultural perspective. The 1959 halfpenny represents the tail end of a coinage system that had existed for centuries. The pre-decimal penny, based on 240 pence to the pound, was part of Britain's monetary system until the full transition to decimalisation on the 15th of February, 1971, which redefined the value and structure of UK currency, though the halfpenny remained in circulation until it was demonetised in 1969. By the late 1950s, its purchasing power was already declining due to inflation. As a result, these coins, while once essential, became less commonly used by the mid-1960s. Today, they survive as nostalgic mementos of a bygone era when the British coinage system reflected imperial history, traditional craftsmanship, and monarchic continuity. For collectors, especially those interested in Queen Elizabeth II's early reign or British maritime heritage, the 1959 halfpenny is a particularly attractive and meaningful piece. In conclusion, the 1959 halfpenny coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is a timeless representation of mid-century British values, artistry, and history. With its classical Gillick portrait, elegant Golden Hind design, and traditional bronze alloy, it captures the essence of a transitional moment between old empire and new identity, between the past and modernization. Although not rare, it is rich in symbolic and historical value, and remains a staple in collections focused on early Elizabethan coinage or pre-decimal Britain. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.